So here we are again, and welcome back. And I think it is actually hilarious in some way, looking at the chart all day, not all day, but a couple times, and I saw that XRP was running on a nice little pace, and it has dropped quite a bit. And it made me laugh at first because the first thing I did was look at the news and see what kind of actions have been taken by the president. It usually triggers some kind of uncertainty in the market, it seems lately, or pushes in the market. But couldn't find anything that was surprising or weird. Actually, there was some good stuff happening in the States today with like a trade deal with Japan, which is even crazy that I'm even interested or curious or know about this, but here we are. And I was just thinking about the price chart because I remember when I first got involved in crypto and when I first started buying tokens, I remember I would be so fixated on the price and if it's going up or down or when's the perfect time to buy and when is the perfect time to sell and do I sell when it's going up or do I sell when it's down because it's over. And I just remember feeling so overwhelmed and constantly checking my phone and constantly trying to look at the chart and figure out what to do. And if it was dropping too much, I'd want to run out and sell everything and find another token. And it was a lot. And luckily, because I don't like this kind of feeling and because utility is so important to me and understanding utility, it's such a safer place to sit for me because I look at what is the token actually going to do? What is it going to be used for in the real world? And is this use case being used today? Are they living up to their white paper? Are they doing the things they said they're going to do? And if they are, the price chart doesn't matter, especially if I believe in it. And this is where I am with XRP. I truly believe in the technology. So even when I see the price go up or down, it doesn't matter. I mean, sure, I wish I would have like maybe sold a little at the top and rebought in and perhaps I can get good at that one day and there will be a moment when I decide to sell for sure. But today, I'm not worried about the ups and downs of the chart because when I look at XRP and I look at what they want to do, they are still on the road, on pace, on track to accomplish many of the things, and they haven't even lived up to everything they want to do yet. And so, why would I be worried about price charts on the daily that are going down and up and getting scared? And it does take a bit of training, and it's been years of me kind of sitting through uncomfortable moments, and it's not easy for sure. But it is important for me to keep my seat and remember why I hold XRP. And so the reason I hold XRP is because there's almost no other token that I can think of, or not many other tokens at least, that don't run, meaning the price doesn't shoot up or go down based solely off of speculation, meaning that people believe that there is a certain supply or that there is some kind of hype that is happening that's either the supply is gonna go away or the hype is gonna push it to the moon or a mixture of both. And because of that, the price goes up or down. And so a lot of people trade on these for most cryptocurrencies. But XRP is beyond this. It's not about hype. The hype for me is the people that work for the organization. It's the connections that they've built. It's the knowledge that they have. It's the type of integrity that I feel that they have that I can see through their CVs that I've gone through in previous episodes. And so this is one thing I believe in. Two, XRP is not here to replace banks. It's not here to do anything of this sort. It wants to work with banks to create faster payment systems that are cheaper and more efficient. This is something alone we have never seen yet. And we're moving slowly into this new world with the stable coins, and people and organizations getting really excited for the opportunity to not only build their own stable coins, but use stable coins so that they can create faster transactions, accountability, auditing, and also move money instantaneously and for fractions of a penny. And so when I think about this, this is what XRP wants to do. And as these new organizations are coming on board and saying, I want to build my stablecoin, yes, they could build it and they could hire people themselves and create it. But like, why reinvent the wheel when there's organizations that are already in place that know how to build these things, that know how to build the stable coins, know how to build the infrastructure. And Ripple is one of those people that has been working with organizations, creating contacts, creating connections, working with legislators to get into the system the right way. And they are working beside some of the biggest names in financial services around the globe. And so I believe as these organizations are thinking about implementing their stablecoins, a resource will be someone that is trusted, someone that has clarity, someone that understands the game. And I believe Ripple stands out and XRP stands way out above this. Beyond this, when we think about what it means about, say there's one bank, like I mentioned, BNY Mellon, that has agreed to hold or custody RLUSD. And so as this happens, for me, this is only step one. And especially for a bank that has been around for so many years, that it's the oldest bank in the United States. So they're not going to just jump into bed with an organization that they're not sure about, or that they have questions about, or that they maybe won't want to develop more relationships with in the future. And in my opinion, if they're willing to hold RLUSD, then they might be willing to create some kind of partnerships with Ripple's other technology over time. And so as we have banks that are entering in relationships using this faster payment rails that's cheaper, quicker, more efficient, this puts pressure on other banking services to provide the same, if not better, services. And so they can't go back to the old system and use a system that takes days compared to a system that takes seconds to close and finalize transactions. And so when we move into this space where one bank with the clarity, like hopefully with the Clarity Act and these new legislations that are coming. Also, I haven't talked a lot about the SEC lawsuit that Ripple's been in with for the last 4.5 years, but that's hopefully coming to a close very soon. It's starting to look like Ripple at least has dropped its cross appeal towards the SEC. The SEC is said to perhaps be dropping their appeal towards Ripple, and perhaps Ripple will have clarity to act as a non-security and be traded on the open market and be able to be sold and used and all of these things. And so as this happens, as Ripple gets this clarity that other tokens will not have because they haven't gone through this kind of war chest with the old regulators and move into this new regulatory clarity, this is also good. And so I feel like something that is very interesting that could happen and that is happening is that on one hand, we have regulatory clarity that is emerging. We have Ripple waiting for the stamp of approval to say, yes, you are free to move around. You can work with these organizations and even such things as becoming a bank and all these things. But as they get the stamp of approval, also at the same time, we see, and this is a lot, especially if you're not familiar with all these things, and my idea is to break this down in more ways, but I'm just so excited and I have to just get it out. But at the same time, we have many financial service centers that sell like retirement packages and finances and all these things for very wealthy people. Financial firms have applied to sell spot ETF, exchange traded funds, which are versions of cryptocurrencies that can be sold to their customers and kept in retirement platforms or kept for investment purposes. And so the only Bitcoin is the only spot ETF I think that is approved right now. Perhaps maybe Ethereum, but Bitcoin is the main one. And these other financial firms have applied, but they're waiting to get approval. But either way, as this new financial package entered the market, Bitcoin did it a few months ago, or maybe it was almost a year now, and it was the biggest product that was sold by these financial firms to their customers. And like ever. And so the amount of money that came in for these investment funds to have access to sell these ETFs, to sell these to their customers want them, the customers are excited about them, and they're pouring a lot of money into it. And so if these organizations are making so much money off of these spot ETFs, off of these exchange traded funds, um, that means that they're going to want more. And XRP is ready and they want to apply for it. And so I do believe that as we're relating utility, banks being able to use the technology, alongside investment firms, hedge funds being able to sell this technology and put it to work, this creates some kind of really interesting thing that we never seen, where we have utility mixed with working money, money that actually works in an efficient way. And then you add that besides speculation, meaning people talking about it and being hyped and excited because of the excitement moving around it. I believe that this creates such a trifecta that we have never seen before. And I don't think we'll ever see it again. And perhaps I have my hopes up just a little bit, but this is why I hold XRP. This is why I'm not worried about days where the chart goes down, because in the end, I feel like we're dealing with something that is so much bigger than this, so much bigger. And another reason that I'm holding XRP still is because they continue to build out on the platform. They continue to build products where developers can build on top of the platform. So not only are we going to have utility liquidity, we're also going to have developers able to create new products and services for the customers that are coming on board, and to create specific content and needs or solutions for the clients that they're bringing on board. And so I think this is very exciting. Um, how is XRP positioned for a long-term value? This is what I'm talking about. All the things I said. We are sitting, what I believe, we're sitting on the edge of something that we have never seen before. We've never seen money work before. We've seen people work for money. We've seen organizations work to understand and to audit money, but we've never allowed or been in a position where the money works and then people go. And so this is what I believe is going to happen, where money is able to be moved instantaneously for fractions of a second, immediate liquidity available. People being able to hold these assets and buy these assets so that they can give returns and dividends to the people, their clients, and themselves. I mean, I might be saying so much, but this is all just so exciting for me. And this is why I hold XRP. I don't think we fully have seen the potential of what's possible. Even with Bitcoin, I think about it all the time. Bitcoin's at $120,000, I believe, or somewhere around this. When I first heard about it, it was $1 a token. For me, and this is just for me, and from what I know today, and it might change over time, but I'm not interested in holding Bitcoin. I never bought Bitcoin. I don't want to hold it, and I'm not saying it's bad or anything. It's great, but Bitcoin was created, from what I understand, from the original white paper. Bitcoin was created to move money peer to peer, and this was not able to be done. And so the idea of what Bitcoin has transformed into is to become a store of value, which is fine, but that's not why it was created. And so the idea of Bitcoin has evolved to become something else that was inherently not in its white paper, and the value is based off of something that it wasn't even created to do. And so I think with XRP, when you look at the white paper, when you see what they have been set out to do, when you see what their goal is to move money and help institutions move money instantaneously for fractions of a second and to have liquidity available, this is their goal. This is what they've been working for them from day one. This is why they've gone through lawsuits with the SEC. This is why they've hired the most amazing people that are on their team. This is why they are patient and they go after and they fight these long battles. This is why they're applying to to be their own bank. This is why they're building these relationships with people like Amazon and like other organizations, because they really want to work with the old systems to create a faster, better system. I get so excited about this. And price drops are going to happen. This is just the world that we're in. I don't understand it. I try not to look. I tried, when I first got into this world, I focused solely on meme coins because I wanted to get rich really quick and never work again. This was my goal. And I would get so stressed out trying to find the next dog token or whatever so that I could like buy it or whatever. And it was too stressful because I didn't know what I was buying. I didn't know what I was holding. And with XRP, I understand, and I'm understanding more and more what I hold. And so again, when I see price charts, when I see price dips, of course it's uncomfortable. Of course it makes me sad, especially when I see all of the news that is coming out, all of the good things that are coming out that are just checking the boxes to say, yep, you were right. Yep, you were right. And it's really frustrating. But at the same time, we haven't seen it fully realized yet. We haven't seen the white paper realized. We haven't even seen them defer or like deter from what they said they wanted to do. This is why I love XRP. This is why I'm here. This is why if I had more money, I would buy more today. And this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to buy anything. All I'm saying is do your research. Find something that you believe in. There's so many tokens that are building networks that have understandings. Or maybe you do want to buy the next dog with cat token. I don't know, but do whatever you want. But this is a great opportunity and it's right in front of our face. And don't be distracted. Pay attention, get involved. This is a time, I think this is a once in a lifetime opportunity that we're standing in front of. And I could be completely wrong. All I know is I burned all my bridges to go backwards. I'm living in Europe. I don't have a job anymore. All my money is in this world. And it has to work because I don't want to work anymore. This is honestly my goal. And I don't know how it's going to work, but I want to stay with my feet to the fire and I want to figure out if it's not XRP, then what is it? But again, I keep being reminded that it is XRP, and this is why I'm here, and this is why I've sat in this seat for over 3 years now. So I just want to share more. We're back again. I'm just kind of getting like used to sharing, getting used to talking, getting used to being in front of the camera. We're going to iron out the things over time. But right now, this is where we are. And don't worry about the price chart. Do your own research. Follow something. Believe in something. I quit my job. I moved to a foreign country. I don't know what is next, but I believe that XRP is a part of my chapter or my life. I'll see you later. Thank you so much. Talk to you later. Bye.